Now, all these questions have the same problem. The problem is that love, the emotion, it's a very, very strong emotion. It affects us in our heart. It affects us in our brain. It affects us down there too. It affects us physically, right? It is a very strong emotion we have to deal with. But it is an emotion, isn't it? What up, Anderson Nation? This is your host, Anderson Silver, coming to you not live for season 4, episode 7. Today we're talking about love. 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 Now, why are we talking about love today? 2 reasons. Sandra and Clara. They each had a different perspective, and I've actually had other questions on love come in as well. And the questions are similar. How do you know if it's the one? Is there just a one? Can there be multiple? Can we date multiple people? Should we be only with just one person? If we need to dump people, how can we dump people? Now, all these questions have the same problem. The problem is that love, the emotion, it's a very, very strong emotion. It affects us in our heart. It affects us in our brain. It affects us down there too. It affects us physically, right? It is a very strong emotion we have to deal with. But it is an emotion, isn't it? It's just an emotion. And it's no different than any other emotion, whether it's anger, which is also very strong, fear, also strong, happiness, we tend to chase a lot. But if you recall, it's the first thing I write in my book. In the preface, the first thing I say is, this book will reject happiness. I define happiness in 2 ways, and I reject the first one. And I say it's a bad thing. Emotions are not good advisors. And if we're trying to be rational people in the present moment, or the most rational that we can be, then any logical person would come to the same conclusion. Emotions should not be part of this decision. Emotions should not be in the ruling faculty even. But let's look at a few quotes from our ancients. Now, it would have been easy for me to grab Seneca for this episode and quote from him. You know, he's the more emotional writer. He's the one that says, get smashed on wine, it'll make you more virtuous. He's also the one that's spoken more about the matters of the heart. But that's not what I do here. That's not what we're doing here. You're here to become a better human being. If you wanted motivation just for a few hours, plenty of Stoic quotes on the interweb. And they have nice pictures behind them too. There's a sunset, there's mountains, and whatever. If you want just to get motivated and get hyped up for an hour, go check out quotes. But if you're trying to become a better human being, I'm here to give you the tools you need. And with me, I bring, once again, Epictetus. Here's a line from Fragments from Epictetus 5. Punish your passions, that you may not be punished by them. Now, if you read Your Duality Within, you know it's kind of like a Cold War in there, right? We have a roommate. We don't really like him, but we don't really dislike him either. We can train him or her. Sorry, her too. Let me do her for the rest of this video. Sorry about that. So we can train her to be better. But she is a primitive beast, and we have to tame her or teach her, lead by example. So last episode, we were talking about always being vigilant, that she may not always be on the same page as us. She might be working opposite to us, right? We have to be vigilant. Well, this episode goes back to, well, hold on. Even with such a powerful emotion like love, that's still the other person. We can do better. So whatever decisions you have to make, for example, is there one? Should we be monogamous, or could we have multiple partners? There's nothing in Stoicism or even the rules of the universe that says you should be with one partner. We see this in the animal kingdom all the time. We have the urges to be with multiple partners. We know we're not monogamous animals. However, we have a capacity for reason. We're social animals. We are animals. We just want to smash everything we see that's attractive. But we have a capacity for reason. And that reason tells us the right partnership with the right person could help you become something so much more than you ever could. Whatever decision you want to make it on paper. Remember, we cannot take pen to paper, journal, without triggering our rational mind. So write down almost like a pro-cons list of the decision you're making, whether it's should I be with one person, 10 people, or just none, or should I be with this person, or should I move on? Grab your journal. If you have to make decisions, write down all the facts you know, but write down all the facts you know. Be honest with yourself. Don't just write down things to rationalize the decision you feel like you should make. No. That's your primitive mind. That's your autopilot. You need to write down everything and make a decision based on those objective realities. And when you do that, everything is good. You'll sleep well at night no matter what, because you will know that you did your best. Stoicism is easier, guys. Life is easy. Love is easy. Love is real easy when you find the right person, you know what I mean? But we complicate things. We complicate things because we exist in these monkey bodies. Look down. It's a monkey suit. We're a monkey. We are monkeys and we know it. All right, fine. I'll argue monkeys are cuter because we're pretty ugly and predominantly hairless, but we're still monkeys. So why are we going to be angry at ourselves for having the same urges that they do? We're just animals. Forgive yourself for being an animal. But don't forget, you have a rational mind. And so do I. And that's what connects us in the human community, my friends. We're all in this thing called life together. And I, as always, am rooting for you.